everybody, and welcome back to another On the Table episode, guys. As you can see, I've been pretty busy, as considering I have only this tiniest little space to work in right now. I've just been on a bit of a painting binge recently, guys. I've been doing loads and loads and loads of stuff, all of the Nurgle flavour, which I would say is probably, baby shit mixed with Satan's arsehole and cat vomit. That is what I imagine the flavour of Nurgle to be. But anyway, guys, I digress. What are we going to be looking at today? Well, we're going to be looking at some finished projects and some half-finished projects, so to speak. The first thing I'm going to show you is I'm going to get it out of the way because the sheer negativity that surrounded this guy when I've showed him when he was in his bits, in his raw form. He wasn't even in his final form. Yeah, in his unpainted form. I was surprised by the negativity that you guys had to him, which is why I'm only going to show him briefly. I've painted him up. So I'm just going to fucking show it, because everyone fucking hates him, basically. So here is my Mortarion proxy, all painted up. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit on there. Yeah, I'm only going to show you this maybe a little bit, just because, like I said, everyone fucking hated him. I was really happy with the paint job, the way everything turned out, the way all the effects, all the glows and all the kind of stuff just kind of fell into place. But you guys really weren't happy with the way he looked, and I can understand why. I mean, he's not the best one, the best thing that I've ever made, but I had to make do with what I've got because I'm poor as shit. And unless someone wants to buy me a Mortarion, unless someone wants to fork out 95 quid to buy me one from Games Workshop, then make yourself known. But this is what I'm using for the time being, because, like I say, I'm poor as shit at the moment, so I don't really have much money to invest into a lot of big things. But yeah, so here he is, painted. I like the paint job I gave him on him. I think I did the best with what I've got, and you know what, we're not going to look at him anymore because, like I say, wasn't the most popular thing I've ever done. But anyway, so moving on, I've got some other bits and bobs that I have been working on. The first thing, the second thing, shall I say, is I've been playing about with Nurgling swarms. Nurglings, I had a game with them not long ago, and they're exceptionally useful. And I only used 2 squads of 3, like the bare minimum squads that you can have. So I kind of went on a bit of a spree, gathering together any old bits and bobs of Nurglings what I had. So I've got these guys here. I've got these guys as well. The bases are nowhere near done on these, just so you know. I need to add my delicious slime effects and stuff still, but oh, the fuck is that? Oh, speaking of slime effects, that is the aftermath of my slime effects. That's what happens when you mix alcohol paints and PVA glue. But yeah, so here are my delicious frickin' Nurgling swarms. There's so many of them, and they're really, really useful in game. I put them in on a last minute, kind of like, oh, we'll see how these things go, and they absolutely blew me away in regards to how insanely useful they were. So with Nurglings, they have 4 wounds each. I think you can have up to 9 bases in a unit, and minimum 3. Now, they're not very good in regards to hard hitting or anything like that, but there's just lots of them. If you think about it, I've got, what, 2 squads of 6 here. So that's 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20. That's like 20 odd, that's like over 20 odd wounds that each unit's got. Plus they have a 5-up invulnerable save, they have a disgustingly resilient as well. However, where these guys really fall into the useful category is the fact that you can set these up. Oh, doorbell going off. You can set these up anywhere. What's the actual wording now? So after you've set everything up, you can keep these behind, and before the game starts, you can set these up anywhere on the board as long as you are 9 inches away from the enemy deployment zone. Now, amazing if you're playing objectives, because you can just go, right, fuck it, I'm just going to sit a load of Nurglings on the objectives. That means you've got them, they're troops, so they're scoring units, and they can capture everything as well. And yeah, they just stay there. And they just soak up wounds, because it's a case of your opponent's got to decide whether or not they want to shoot the Nurglings off the objectives or stop your horde of poxwalkers advancing on them. So it really, really is good in regards to making your opponents kind of have to, make their shots count, make them, choose where they destroy things wisely. But yeah, so they're really, really useful. So that being said, I've actually got another 6 in my box. Over the actual painting of them, let me see if I can intensify the light a little bit. There we go. So I've tried to give them, I painted them in batches of 6, essentially, and I tried to, actually some of these aren't done, I've got like the boils and stuff on these darker ones. However, I might just do them like a glossy colour and leave them at that, make them look all slimy, but I tried to like give a bit of variation to these Nurgling swarms by painting them slightly different colours. So like these ones, they're slightly more poo coloured, slightly more like browny, creamy beige with some pink in there. These guys are, these other guys are green. Then I'm going to do some other guys that are like very, very similar to my Plague Bearers, which you're going to see in a little bit as well. But yeah, guys, so really, really, really good unit. We're going to move these to the side. I'm going to show you guys what else I have been working on. Also, I caved the other day as well, and I bought one of those Citadel painting handles. Really, really useful. For the price that my favourite hobby shop, Stormforge, is selling for, £4.50, they're totally, totally worth it. I'm probably going to pick up a few of them. God damn it, so many of these little bastards. For fuck's sake. But yeah, there's a lot of Nurglings over there. But yeah, so, I got one of those painting handles, and this is just what I've been doing just to like kind of like maximise space. Steel ruler, blue tack painting handle, happy days, it works. But no, they're really, really good. Nice, you know, they're nice and chunky, and you can grab hold of them quite well. The actual mechanism here is very, very good in regards to how strong it is. Don't know how well the elastic will hold up over time and use, but we'll have to see. And you know, obviously, it's going to get dirty. At the end of the day, that's what it's made for. It's designed to get filthy. But yeah, so I've got this weird kind of construction going on because I needed to, I wanted to thingy like do these guys pretty much all in one go. Now these are my Plague Bearers that I've got. I basically, guys, I bought the Blight, these Nurgle half of the Blight War box set, and you know, to boost my Nurgle forces because Plague Bearers are really good as well. There's a lot of interesting stuff in regards to the Nurgle thing. They can be quite hard to hit. I'll be honest with you, in-game. So, for example, the Plague Bearers, if you've got them in squads of 20, I've got another 10 on my shelf that are actually fully done. If you put them in squads of 20, they're -1 to hit because they're Cloud of Flies. You can also put them next to a Blight Hauler, which makes them another -1 to hit, so they're -2 to hit because the effects stack if their wording is different. Apparently so. And then, if you cast Aura of Pestilence or whatever it is on them, they become -3 to hit. So you've got Marines that are trying to shoot these bastards, and they're only hitting on 5s and 6s, which is really, really useful. So not only are they hard to hit, but you're looking, the fuck was that in my mouth? Ew. You're looking like hitting on 5s and 6s. You're then wounding them on 4s. They've then got their 5-up invulnerable save, and then a 5-up disgustingly resilient after that. Now, once that's all been said and done, you can also boost them with a Plague Surgeon, I believe, so they can reroll once. They become an incredibly hard to hit, hard to kill unit. But anyway, in regards to the paint scheme, what I've done, I've kind of opted for a very, very olive, kind of yellowy, with some brown in there, colour scheme for these guys. I'm going to leave these guys at that once they're dry. They're still a bit wet, as you can see on some of them, like on that elephant-faced motherfucker right there. He's very, very damp at the moment. But once I've done that, I mean, Plague Bearers are really easy to paint. I mean, I might give them a light dry brushing of Athonian Camo Shade. Is it Athonian Camo Shade or is it Deathworld Forest? No, Deathworld Forest, sorry. Athonian Camo Shade is the wash that I used. Yeah, I might give them a light dry brush of that and then go into the making the weapons and stuff. I'm just going to grab one of my other Plague Bearers out because I've not actually looked at the colour scheme alongside them yet. These are quite dusty. Which one am I probably best using? Yeah, this one. So, again, I wanted... Oh, shit, the bed have just fucking... Not... Oh, you fucking bastard. There we go. So, yeah, so that's one of my Plague Bearers when they're pretty much done. Let's see if I can hold it up next to it. So they're going to look kind of similar, slightly different. But I like the random, you know, the differences in decomposition that you can get with Nurgle. So, which means, as long as they're kind of green... As long as they're a little bit green around the gills, you're generally alright in regards to the paint scheme, what you're allowed to do with them. So, that's pretty good. But I'm going to move my crazy contraption. In fact, I'm going to move it down onto my desk and pop my heater on in a little bit, just to dry those off a little bit quicker. other stuff, what I've been up to, I started... Oh my god! I can't fucking move! The fucking chair. God damn it. Yeah, other things that I've been doing. I've also started to paint my Blight Haulers, as you guys will see here in just a second. Very, very rough at the moment. I've got loads of washes and loads of other colours to apply. But as you can see here, I have basically started with the base colours down. I've also started applying the rust effects. Now, a lot of people tend to leave the rust effects to last. However, I like putting them on midway through because I find that some of the rust effects are quite bright, especially you can see here on the tracks and stuff. So when I hit them with washes and stuff, it will dull those down but still make them look really nice and rusty. I'm going to do all these tentacles on the front. They're going to be like a good old gory kind of colour, like on the crap Mortarion proxy there. They're going to kind of be like that. And then I'm just going to go in with some details and detailing the lenses and maybe the rocket pods and stuff like that. But these guys are incredibly useful as well in game. I know the model's just been, well, it's been showcased, it's been shown, but I think I'm going to go with this variation here. And do you know what, guys? I've found that you don't need many of them. I'm pretty much always going to run 2 of these because they have a nice little bubble which makes everything in it -1 to hit. They've also got a multi-melter and a rocket launcher, missile launcher, that they can move and shoot both weapons with no penalties. So they are incredibly good. At movement 10 as well. There's no reason why you shouldn't have these in your army at all. They're just absolutely brilliant in regards to long-range fire support and being able to buff your units. They really are. I mean, they're the crux of the army. They're the backbone of it. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been up to at the moment, guys. So let me know what you think of the stuff that you've seen today. Don't forget to like, favourite, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to check out the Instagram, guys. There's more pictures of stuff on the Instagram of what I've been up to in various other aspects of my life and mostly hobby related things. There's also some blasts from the pasts on there as well. So don't forget to go to the Instagram, guys. Link is in the doobly-doo down below for the Instagram. But anyway, guys, that's it for me. So thank you very much for watching and I'll see you guys again. See you now and goodbye.